England were 55 minutes into a World Cup semi-final. Anthony Gordon had just scored, and for the first time since 1966 a men's World Cup final was within touching distance. Then Argentina decided they were not done. This was Atlanta Mercedes-Benz Stadium, England versus Argentina. A match soaked in history before a single ball was kicked. Bad blood between these two nations, decades of it, seeped into every single challenge from the very first whistle. 19 fouls in the first half alone. 19. That is more than England produced in their entire 120-minute quarterfinal against Norway. Neither side managed one shot on target in that first half. Not one. This was not a football match, yet this was a war. But here is what nobody expected. England came out of halftime and actually played football. Thomas Tuchel's side took control, and 10 minutes into the second half, the breakthrough arrived. Morgan Rogers justified his selection with a perfect right-wing cross. Anthony Gordon arriving at the far post fired at home. England won, Argentina 0. 55 minutes. And in that moment, 60 years of hurt suddenly felt like it might finally end. The dream was right there, right in front of them. But this is Argentina, and this Argentina team simply refuses to die. Let that sink in for a moment. They needed extra time to beat Cabo Verde. They needed extra time to beat Switzerland. Egypt led them 2-0 in the round of 16, and still they found a way through every single time. This is not a team built on swagger. This is a team built on something more dangerous than swagger: durability, determination, unwavering self-belief. And the moment Gordon scored, Argentina were stung. Jordan Pickford was the reason England stayed ahead for as long as they did. A brilliant reflex save from Nico Gonzalez's header, keeping England in it, keeping the dream alive. But here is where it gets serious. Alexis Mac Allister headed against the post, then he hit the woodwork again. Twice the post was doing Tuchel's defending for him, and Tuchel, sensing the danger, made a decision that would define this match. He sent on Ezri Konsa for the goal scorer. Gordon, with 18 minutes remaining, he went to a back five, 4 central defenders on the pitch at the same time, and instead of holding what they had, England invited the pressure in. This is the moment Tuchel must examine. From a position of relative control, England conceded the initiative. They fell back. They defended deeper. They invited wave after wave of Argentina attacks directly into their own penalty area. England were pinned, besieged in their own box. Dan Burn was sent on the giant figure Tuchel hoped would defend set pieces. It did not work. England crumbled. And with 5 minutes remaining, Enzo Fernandez stepped forward, 25 yards from goal, and hit one of the great World Cup strikes. A thunderous drive beyond the defiant Pickford into the net. Argentina won, England won. 85th minute. Now let us talk about Fernandez, because this was not just a goal. This was a complete midfield masterclass. 104 touches, the most of any player on the pitch. 84 passes attempted. 2 misplaced. 2. While England were scrambling, panicking, defending for their lives, Fernandez was composure personified. He controlled the tempo. He found the pockets. He delivered the equalizer. And then, with England still reeling, Argentina struck again. 92nd minute, Lionel Messi right foot cross into the box. Lautaro Martinez header. 2-1. Now, let us talk about the two clashes that defined this semi-final. First, Tuchel versus the moment England had the lead. England had the structure. England had the chance, but Tuchel's caution, 4 central defenders back, 5 withdrawing deeper and deeper, cost them everything. England under Gareth Southgate had done this before. Victory visible, then consumed by caution. Tuchel repeated the pattern, and Argentina punished every single inch of that retreat. Second, Messi versus the occasion. He was not at his blistering best in Atlanta, but Messi does not need to be at his best. He only needs to be Messi at the right moment. He assisted both goals, both the equalizer setting up Fernandez, the winner, a right foot cross for Martinez. In stoppage time, 8-time Ballon d'Or winner. 39 years old, still doing this, still deciding World Cup semifinals. The player ratings tell the England story brutally. Spence player of the match, 7.87. Gordon, 7.59, scored and was then substituted off. Pickford, 7.11, kept England in it with that Gonzalez save, and then the names that were supposed to carry England to the final. Kane, 5.76, Bellingham, 6.74. Both offered little on the grand stage. Both failed to conjure the magic that had defined England's earlier rounds. When your 2 best players go missing in a World Cup semi-final, you pay for it. England paid for It in the 92nd minute. This may be England's most painful World Cup exit in recent years, not because they lost, but because they were so close. Gordon's goal. The lead. 60 years of hurt almost ending, and then the familiar bitter ending. Cochon replacing courage, defenders replacing goal scorers. A back five. Where a front foot should have been England now face France in the third place playoff. Deschamps' last game as France coach, Tuchel's first major World Cup question to answer. And Argentina? Argentina are going to the World Cup final July 19th. New Jersey. MetLife Stadium. They will face Spain. Lamine Yamal against Messi, the young pretender against the 8-time Ballon d'Or winner. European champions against World Cup holders. There is an inevitability about this Argentina team. 2 goals in 7 minutes. When it mattered most, a second successive World Cup title might just be written in the stars. Drop your answer in the comments right now. Can Spain stop Argentina, or is Messi lifting that trophy on July 19th? And if you want the full breakdown of the World Cup final, Spain versus Argentina, that video is coming. Make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss it.